And I was, I think seeing a video of a man who is presently known as Ram Das in the United States, who became a big phenomenon during 70s probably, 60s and 70s, 60s. So he was one of them who was a Harvard University professor experimenting with LSD in a big way. They even manufacturing LSD in Harvard University. They thought this is the way to nirvana. That's when very boldly California started advertising. In India it takes 12 years. Here it just takes quick. Ram Das also traveled to India with his talk of LSD. He's hardcore now, he can pop 2, 3 LSDs in a day. So he came to Neem Karoli Baba, who is a mystic, a tantric of enormous capabilities. And I want you to clear your head about what a tantric is. A man of capability is a tantric. A man who knows no capability, who just knows the book. He is not a tantric, nor is he a guru in any way, nor is he fit to be a guru in any way. So, Neem Karoli Baba is a tantric. He's a huge man, a worshipper of Hanuman. Came to Neem Karoli Baba and said, I got some real stuff from heaven. You take this, everything that's worth knowing opens up. Do you know something about this? Neem Karoli Baba asked, what is that, show me? So he gave him this many. He said, how many do you have, show me? He had that many, which would be, which would last for many days or months for Ram Das. He said, give it to me. So he gave it to him, a whole handful of LSD, he just popped it and swallowed it. And just sat there and continued whatever he was doing. Ram Das was sitting there and hoping that the man is going to explode and die now. But the guy didn't show any signs of LSD in him, he just continued. Just to demonstrate to Ram Das, you're just wasting your life on some stupid stuff. That stuff is not going to get you across. So, out of his love for Ram Das, or out of Ram Das's own sincerity and, willingness to receive, a certain dimension definitely descended upon him. Because Ram Das is not Ram Das out of his own capabilities. Ram Das is not Ram Das out of his own sadhana. Ram Das has become Ram Das simply because he did one sensible thing of sitting with a man like Neem Karoli Baba in his and imbibed a certain aspect of that person. And Neem Karoli Baba wanted many windows to open up. So, he created one window and sent it to America. Our ideas of spirituality has all become about belief systems. Different cultures have established different authorities in the form of books, in the form of divine entities, in the form of gurus, in the form of various teachers. Time has come where authority cannot be the truth. Truth can be the only authority. We have to cultivate our children in this direction. If we don't do this, you have one authority, you respect one authority, I respect another authority, and inevitably we will fight. We are fighting for economic reasons, which is more tangible fight, but we are fighting for divine geography, which is unnecessary. If you are willing to come to this much realization, if we're willing to become at least straight enough in our lives that what we know, what we do not know, Only then education will happen, true education will happen. Right now, whatever we do not know, we believe. You believe one thing, somebody believes something else, eternal clash is happening. All the fight in the world, though it is being projected as good versus evil, the reality is, it is one man's belief versus another man's belief, endlessly going on, religious or otherwise. In the next couple of decades, the entire world, why can't we do this? That we come to this much understanding, what we know, what we do not know, we do not know. This is not happening because we have not educated our children and adults that I do not know is a tremendous possibility. Only if you see I do not know, the longing to know, the seeking to know, and the possibility of knowing becomes a living reality.
I've seen both kinds, some older generation always complaining that the younger generation not showing enough interest or not engaged as they should be, not responsible enough, not judicious enough, whatever. In this, some may be a genuine case of responsible action or irresponsible action. This also depends on, because you're successful, you thought you have to heap your children with too many things. Like some wise saying is there, you must give them enough so that they can do something, not enough so that they don't have to do anything. So somewhere you gave them enough so that somewhere they perceived or conceived that they don't have to do anything in their life because there is enough. And after all, once again, we don't have to… I'm reminding in the line of questioning, for you not to forget, after all, entrepreneurship is economic activity. Economic activity need not be raised to heaven, okay? It must be conducted on the planet, to the extent it's necessary for you and the world around. So that is why I said, no entrepreneur should become unipolar. They think the only way they can be successful is by being unipolar. No. By being multipolar, they will become far more capable than being unipolar. If you become unipolar, you may achieve success, but that success will never drench you with either joy or nor can you enjoy what physical situations you have created. It will not happen because you're still unipolar. And in unipolar nature, you will become very small because the number of dimensions that are there in life, if you do not pay attention to all of it, if you do not engage in some level with a few things at least, you will miss the process of life in the name of economics. It may be good for the next generation because there's a windfall for them. But in family enterprises, usually the struggles are both the generations where they're engaged in business. As I said earlier, older generation, well, I have met older generations which are more enterprising than the younger generations. There are many family businesses, successful businesses in India like that. And the older generation created it, so they're constantly on the ball. The younger generation landed on top of the hill. You've seen this in the political sphere also. So those who created it, they have a different sense of everything. Those who just landed into the comfort or the lap of what is already been created, they have a different sense of everything. So it's very important, if the older generation wants the cooperation and a sensible cooperation from the younger generation, they must give them a challenge and an opportunity to create something within what is already been created. There is always a risk they may fail, but there was always a risk that you could fail when you started. It's just that you have succeeded, somebody may actually fail right in front of you. But if you don't create that, if you don't create the challenge and opportunity, then they will not understand what you're talking. because they don't know what it means to build something. They are always there in already built things. They will not understand what it means to build something. So I think the older generation to take that responsibility and risk of allowing younger generation to create something, maybe not risking everything, but at least a part of it. That risk must be taken, that challenge must be offered. Only then they are also truly entrepreneurs, otherwise they're inheritors, they're landlords. Landlords are not on their toes, they're on their ass. Yes, an entrepreneur has to be on his toes, always. An entrepreneur means eternally you're on your toes, not even on your heel. Landlord sits back. So in the yoga center, the day starts with a small marble-sized ball of neem and turmeric. There are many aspects to this, of what impact it has on your system. But first of all, the neem tree, which is generally all over India, today probably being grown in another 10 to 12 different geographical locations around the world, but originally, by nature, indigenous to Indian subcontinent, is one of the most complex leaves that you can find on the planet. It is supposed to have over 150 complex chemical patterns within it. There are both health aspects, energetic aspects, and spiritual dimensions attached. So about health, the fundamental mistake that modern medicine systems have made is kind of absolutism about health. That this is health, this is not health. Now they tell you, your whatever chemistry, blood chemistry must be this and this, then you're healthy. Believe me, most of you or many of you may fit into those parameters and still not be healthy. Because health is a certain reverberance, it is not an absolute. You may be perfectly healthy right now, in 10 minutes you may not be, if certain things happen in the system. Well, 10 minutes may look too much, by this evening you may not be healthy, it's possible. It's very much possible. This idea that you can define health as this is it, and you define it in chemical parameters and say this, you're healthy. No. Many things can fluctuate within the system without you being unhealthy. Or many things can be stable without you being healthy. So having said that, what the neem does to your system? Well, in more tangible terms, one immediate thing it will do is, it will keep your alimentary tract clean. When we say clean, this is a region, this whole digestive process is a region where you have maximum amount of other life. Within this alimentary tract, there are a whole host of microorganisms. Many of them have turned friendly to us. We are living because of them, we are able to digest food because of them. Many functions in the body happen because of them. But still there are many who are harmful to us. The uniqueness of neem, especially when it is taken along with turmeric, if these two things go together, largely those things which are not necessary for the body those things which can harm the body, any kind of parasital life which is there, all these things get eliminated. A clean colon is very vital for health. If you go to see or consult any traditional doctor, like an Ayurvedic doctor or a Siddha Vaidya or Eastern medicine largely, whatever your health problem, first thing is they will purge you because they want your colon clean. For your physical and psychological health, they want your colon clean. If you just become a little more conscious about how you eat, what happens in your body, what happens in your mind can be greatly influenced. See, if you build any structure, there is a design to it. There is an architectural design. But there is also a part where the quality of the material and the execution, efficiency of execution are involved. Just because the design is great, it does not mean the building will turn out great. The quality of material that goes into the making and who makes it makes a world of difference. That goes for this also. With this, the design is perfect. It took millions and millions of years to perfect this design. The whole evolutionary process took that long to arrive at this design. But execution and the material that you use to build this is very important too. So what kind of food you put in, it's not just about your culture. Cultures might have evolved according to the survival needs of that place. Cultures in different parts of the world have evolved according to what was available in that place and survival needs, how the economies were, what was happening, what was the main form of livelihood. Accordingly, cultures evolved. Cultures are never perfect. Unfortunately, people get super identified with this and think their culture is perfect. No culture in the world is perfect because the mess that you do in this generation is tomorrow's culture. Hello? And you think you're doing this mess very consciously. No, it's just happening, isn't it? Whatever rubbish you do today, next generation picks it up or rejects it and does the reverse of it, whatever, but it is a consequence of this generation's culture which breeds the next generation of culture. So culturally what you're eating is not the point. What goes best into this system? What is this machine designed for? What kind of fuel? Knowing this is very important. So if you look at it this way, keeping the body in a certain level of balance and efficiency of digestive process, very important. How much food do you need to maintain the level of activity you wish to maintain in your life? We are talking about fuel efficiency for all our automobiles. You've seen the 1950s, 50s were a little better, 60s and 70s cars in United States. If you break down 10 cars, you could build a battleship. That's how much metal they used to build a car. Well, now they're getting sleeker and this, why? One important aspect is that fuel efficiency. To travel a mile, how much are you consuming? Well, we're thinking ecological terms, think in terms of your health terms. That is, to process, let us say, 1 unit of energy, how much food do you have to eat means that much excessive load on the system. So, if you don't have your own sense, every day in the morning if you eat a little bit of neem and turmeric on an empty stomach and drink some maybe tepid water, it will bring that sense to you because body will respond to food in a certain way. It will tell you when it's enough. You're not able to figure it out yourself, every cell in the body will speak. because neem and turmeric together creates a certain excess to the cellular level that when you generate energy, how is it distributed? Well, people have been asking me to speak about internal combustion engine. How distribution of energy happens, which in an automobile is called transmission, determines how efficient a vehicle is and how much fuel it consumes to generate the same amount of power. Power in the engine is one thing, power at the wheels is another thing, completely different. Today, the top racing machines in the world are just 2.7 liter, that's a cap they've set for the Formula Ones, but they are the fastest machines. Because power at the engine and power at the wheel, the loss is very minimum. Well, we have pickup trucks here which generate 700 bhp at the engine, but what goes to the wheel is another matter. So there is something called as transmission. So what you generate in your stomach, where all does it go, to what extent does it go, is a very important aspect which in today's world people are simply not conscious of. If you want to facilitate this, well, there are yogic practices, but even to assist that, this neem and turmeric can be a tremendous process because it facilitates that your transmission of energy is evenly across. And once you start noticing this, then by choice you can move your energies where you want. When I say you can move your energies where you want, right now, if I say this, people will start imagining all kinds of things, so let me limit that. But anyway, right now, I want to speak. If I have my energies focused in my throat, consciously, it may happen to a whole lot of singers and others just, by natural inclinations. But if you're consciously there, you will see your speech will have a different kind of impact. If you look at something, if you move your energies to your eyes, not that everything, the dominance is in that place, then you will see your look has a power which everybody has eyes, maybe they're 20/20. No, I'm not talking about the year. I mean to say the vision. Oh. We must be careful about using this number, huh? 20/20 means people go. So, your vision may be normal, but doesn't have the same power, will not grasp the same things, will not penetrate the same way. Like this, there are various aspects. You want to do something with your hands, if you can have your energies focused in your hands, your touch will be another level of touch altogether. So, if this has to happen, first and foremost thing is, the transmission of energy in the system is smooth. Neem and turmeric as a combination on an empty stomach does wonders in this direction, wonders. To those who are doing sadhana of some kind, for them it's very important. There are other dimensions to this, that is, if we use this neem and turmeric on an empty stomach, one aspect is, it has the power to transform one dimension of energy within you to another, in the sense. In the yogic culture, this must be understood with proper perspective. The doctors say that if you consume excessive neem, it will destroy the sperm cells, which is good proof for what we have been saying for thousands of years. That is, see, there are various kinds of cells. Today, modern science is beginning to recognize how significantly different they are. what is on your skin, what is in your bone marrow, what is in your sperm, what is in your brain. These are different kinds of things, almost like another life. Though there is a common thread of information in all of them, they're very, very different. And what it takes for the body to generate an epithelial cell and what it takes to generate a sperm or what it takes to generate another cell, neurological cells, are very different level of energy involvement with the body. Well, lot of people will question this, but they will arrive at it in another 25 or 50 years' time. Yes, I'm telling you. So, one dimension of human life is… I want you to understand the miracle. Don't think about the sexuality of it. Just with a single cell, two, all right, but just with one single cell, you can ignite a new life which sits here like this. Is it a small thing? I'm asking. Because people are too sexually messed up in their head, they're not looking at the miracle of it. Just with one cell, just look at the way life has sprouted and what it's become. Isn't it so? We populated the whole world. We need to do something on that, that's a different matter. So, the neem and turmeric together has the power to break down the sperm cells and make it into another level of energy which is called as ojas. When every cell in your body slowly gets wrapped in ojas, if you're doing sadhana and your transmission is good and even across the body, when every cell in the body is encapsulated in ojas. When I say ojas, what is it? Show it to me. In my blood work, they said no ojas. All right, in your blood work, there's no life also, I want you to know, there's only chemistry. Nobody ever proved that you're alive, hello? You have to prove. So, ojas will encapsulate every cell. Once every cell in the body is encapsulated in ojas, you will be a glowing human being. In every aspect of that word, you will be a glowing human being, within and without, you will be like that. This is something everybody needs to work at because this is not enlightenment. This is you created a platform upon which nothing can go wrong. Body and mind are platforms. How you function on it, what kind of dance you do on it is up to you. But having a perfect platform which doesn't throw you off is important. You need to understand this body is not the end game, this body is the platform. This mind is a platform. If you make it very energetic and stable, then exuberance and stability, people don't understand this, they think exuberance means freaking all over the place, stable means being dead. To be exuberant and stable, if the platforms are like this, now you're free to dance whichever way you want. In this direction, neem and turmeric are very important elements. It's not that without it you cannot do, you can, but when there is support, why not use it? So there are many aspects to this in terms of both physiological and psychological health. So, this is a possibility. One is about using something that supports you, another is using an atmosphere that will soak you in a certain kind of energy, that your body, not like full body like this, every cell in the body should have ojas, the protective layer of ojas. Then you live disease-free, you live trouble-free, above all, you remain exuberant and stable at the same time. What is it that is blocking one's receptivity? If I have to be receptive, what should I do? If you want sunlight to come in, you don't have to do any big fighting, just have to open the window, isn't it? What do you do the first thing in the morning? don't use your deep being. Don't try to connect. Because with all these things, you will go into hallucinatory states of mind. Then Sadhguru will start talking to you and things will happen and… Don't get into that. So what should I do? If I have to be receptive, what should I… What is it that is blocking one's receptivity? It is just that if you quote anything with too many things, it can't feel it, isn't it? Right now, you're too much of a gathering, too much of a gathering. Too many things have been gathered which you call as myself. Starting from your physical body, at least though there is considerable room to expand, physical body has some limitations. You cannot expand beyond… you cannot gather beyond a point at least. You gather too much, collection time will come soon. Yes, at least physical body there is a limitation. But with the mental structure, you can gather phenomenally. And when carrying such a heap on your head, you won't feel anything. Especially if you start believing the heap that you're carrying is yourself. The less you become, the more receptive you become. The more you become, the less receptive you become. Or in other words, to put it very bluntly, you're too full of yourself. If you reduce that, how can you not feel? You will have to feel. What should I feel? Should I hear your voice? Please don't. You want to hear my voice? Put on a CD or something. If you're hearing voices, then you need treatment. It's not about hearing voices. What has been put into you in the form of initiation is a live process. If you're not too full of yourself, if you sit here, it will constantly reverberate with always. So once there is a living energy within you, all you have to do is clear the space for it. If you clear the space, you cannot miss it. If you want sunlight to come in, you don't have to do any big fighting, just have to open the window, isn't it? So, just look at yourself and see. You may be a very smart man, or you may be a very strong man, or a very handsome man, very something. Please reduce that. You will see, you will start feeling. Yes. Or you're a very good man, please reduce. Good people can't feel anything, they become like goats. Because they keep on thinking, I'm good, I'm good. How? He's not okay, she's not okay, he's not okay, he's not okay, she's not okay, he's not okay. Compared to all these people, I'm such a good man. You're too full of yourself. People who think they are good, they're too full of themselves, isn't it so? Reduce that. Just understand your place in the existence. You are like a speck of dust. Suppose you just disappear tomorrow morning, everything is going to be fine in this world. Do you know this? Oh, can I talk about diamonds? Diamonds. Do you know that ultraviolet light can evaporate a diamond? Do you know this? Diamonds are forever. You heard that? Diamonds are not forever. Just light falling upon it, it can just evaporate. Please touch and see, is it still there? Those… gone? Just ultraviolet rays, touching it in a certain intensity, diamond will just evaporate. So that is all it is. It is not a big thing. Who you are,
you can just evaporate with the right level of awareness. It doesn't take any big fighting to do. There's no big fight to do. Big fight is done because you're fighting with a crowbar. With the hammer, if you try to break diamond, it's a lot of effort. Light, just ultraviolet rays can just evaporate it, it'll just disappear into thin air. Diamond. So, this is very simple. Just bring the right kind of awareness to you. Do one thing. When you get up in the morning, what do you do first thing? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do the first thing in the morning? Phone. Any messages? You do one thing, you get up in the morning and smile. At whom? Nobody. Smile is not about somebody. Smile happens when this one is feeling in a certain way, isn't it? Yes or no? Unless you're a trained PR person, you learn to kind of thing. Otherwise, smile happens because something is happening within you, not because somebody has come in front of you, isn't it? First thing in the morning, you smile. It takes 20 seconds, okay? If you can't smile at somebody who's next to you, just smile. Pleasant way to start your day, isn't it? And if one dose per day is not enough for you, you're a chronic patient. Every hour, oh, it's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. You know, 21st July 2011, 11 o'clock. How many times has it happened? How many times has it happened? Never before. How many times more? Never again. Phenomenal moment, isn't it? 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, it's a simple thing. You're taking the biggest things in the existence for granted, do you understand? It is 11 o'clock, is it a small thing? Is it a small thing? Fantastic, only once in eternity, isn't it fantastic? Oh, 11 o'clock, crash course. Just do this every hour. You will see in 2 weeks' time how you will be. "20 seconds crash course you can give yourself, yes or no? Just do that, you will receive.